So the first thing that we're going to do is grab the key box out of our install kit. You're just going to use a little screwdriver, pop it open here. We need to take the battery out of one of the remotes, and then the remote is going to reside in the box. Close it up, and then it has a port here that plugs into our harness. So to remove the battery, you have a little press tab on each side, so just go ahead and push that, and then you can pull the key shank out. Push those same deals and pull the piece out right there, and there will be a battery in here, which obviously I've already removed, so pop it out. Go ahead and reassemble the key. Step one is done. For vehicle disassembly, what we're going to do is we're going to pull up this rubber floor mat here, and then we're going to pull up the bottom panel trunk liner, and you just pull the handle and it comes straight out. And if you guys were ever wondering where your battery is at, it is right back in here. The next thing we're going to do is remove this panel. So take your plastic pry tool or a screwdriver. Be careful if you're using a screwdriver. Just get under the lip here and you'll be able to release it. And then you can just work your way across and remove it. Over on the driver's side, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and release this panel here. There's a little plastic cap right behind this handle, so take your little pick or screwdriver, and what you need to do is just release that plastic tab. So it looks just like this. That will give you access to the T25 screw that we need to release. The next two screws that we need to remove are underneath the chrome handles. So pop up the handle, take your screwdriver, you can pop up the little plastic cover, and it gives you access to the screw. Next, we're going to take our 8mm 12-point tool, put it on there. Use whatever you have to break it loose, and then it will freely turn by hand. Make sure you unscrew it all the way and just pull that whole thing out. Once you have the screws and handles out, go ahead and grab this panel right here, and you just pull up on it, and it pulls right out. Now what we're going to do is pull this panel loose, pull it up over the brackets, like so, and then you're basically going to take your plastic pry tool and roughly, let me find it for you, right about here, there's going to be a clip, and there's another one down here, right about here, and here are the clips. You can pull those loose, pop this up over the deal, and you are good to go. Alright, so here's a little tidbit for you guys. Once you have the panel pulled out and loose, you're going to need to pop it out and keep it out so we can get access down here to where the BCM location is. Use a cardboard box. Ours fits perfect back in there. Don't use a screwdriver or anything sharp that could puncture or damage the panel or any wiring back here. This is a cardboard box. It's not going to do any damage whatsoever, and it's not putting any kind of pressure on it. It's just holding it out enough where we can get down in here. So let's get to it. The first thing that we're going to do is pull this fuse distribution block up. It's just held on by clips. I've already broke this one loose. There, you will be able to see where it clips in right here. There's a little press tab, so push that. You can pull this up and it is free. You're basically just going to set this off to the side for a minute. Once you guys get the fuse block out of the way, you'll notice the two clips that are hanging over the metal ridge right here. This is actually the BCM. So what you do, I've already got this one loose, but you're going to pull it up and out of here, and then you can rotate it like so, and there are the connectors that we need. I usually start with the brown one, but basically we're going to have the brown, the black, the blue, and the other black with the purple tab on it. The little square black one over in the corner will not be used. So grab your pry tool or your screwdriver. These do have the lock clips on it, so basically they're down. You cannot get to the clip, so just pop that little red tab up, and now you can push the tab in and release it. You will be able to see that on our harness here, how that is positioned. So go ahead and take that one out. I usually do these one by one. You plug it in, pop the tab down, go ahead and plug our harness back in, and do that for the following connectors. Once you guys have the BCM connectors hooked up, grab the key box and plug the green connector into it. Now go ahead and grab the remote start module and the other end of our harness. Follow the install guide on how to connect and program the module. But once you have everything plugged into it, you basically just turn the ignition on. It'll self-program in about 15 seconds. Turn the ignition off and you are good to go. So we're inside the car, we're gonna program the module. Make sure you have one valid key in the vehicle. Push this one time, the ignition will turn on. You're gonna wait about 15 seconds. The module is back in the trunk programming at the moment. And read our install guide. You guys can run back there and make sure the lights are doing everything it's supposed to do. Go ahead and turn this off. Go ahead and take your key out. And let's test this thing out now. Once you guys have the BCM and fuse box backed into place, leave the slack on the key box like this so you can access it if needed. If you guys do have to program keys to the car or you need to retrieve this out for any reason, make sure it's accessible. What I do is I'll take this and I'll just drop it right back in behind this box and just kind of wedge it into place so it won't rattle. That way it's out of sight and you can easily retrieve it by pulling on the wire, and then there's your key box. We got the SQ5 all wrapped up. The first thing I'm going to show you guys is to have the parking lights turn on during remote start. Make sure you're set to auto. The second thing I'm going to note is, yes, there is a key in the car, and no, somebody can't steal your car with that. So without the battery in it, that key is only active during remote start mode, so somebody can't break a window and drive off in your car. If you don't believe me, leave your other key in the house, take the battery out of this second key, go put it in the center console or somewhere in the car and try to start it. It's not gonna happen. To start the car, push the lock button 3 times. So you're gonna hit 1, 2, 3. You'll see the parking light confirmation. Give it a couple seconds and she'll start up. And as you can see, the parking lights are on. Now, to come out to the car and drive it, you're basically gonna go ahead and hit the unlock button. What that does is it starts a 45-second timer for you to come out and get in the car and drive away. If you exceed the 45 seconds, when you guys get in the car, it will die. So you just jump in. Do not hit the button here. All you need to do is have your key in your purse, in your pocket, wherever. Push the brake pedal. Everything stays on. And now you can put it in gear and drive away.